Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Now, on the last run, we had an Eve run, and it was both the worst and best Eve run that I think I have ever had, at least in Rebirth. You should check it out if you have not seen it, as I think it's a pretty interesting run, at least in how it ended. But as for everyone else, we have all of the Mom Heart kills. Judas and Maggie don't have any other events checked off on the post-it note up there, but I think it's time for a little bit of a break. So I think I'm going to play a challenge run. And let's just start right off the bat here with the top one, Pitch Black, and we'll just go down the line as far as we can go. Now, this is apparently just going to be Curse of the Darkness, probably for this entire challenge run. So if I remember, I will maybe try to do some sort of a brightness adjustment in a video editor, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. But challenge runs, I'm not sure if this is technically normal difficulty or hard difficulty, because there is no difficulty selection option. I'm assuming, however, that is going to be normal, because, I mean, right off the bat, we picked up 2 bombs on the last room, a key from that champion. It looks like we're getting lucky on the consumables, a battery on that guy. So I'm going to just take a stab and guess that this is, in fact, going to be normal difficulty. Now, oh, charged eye. You know what? Sure, why not? This is going to be a crazy run. But yeah, right off the bat, it looks like we do, in fact, have secret rooms. Not secret rooms. God. Treasure rooms. Man, it's been a few days. You have to forgive me. Yeah, most of these challenge runs, you don't have any sort of treasure room, but it looks like we are, in fact, going to have treasure rooms on this challenge run. Now, that makes me think that maybe Curse of the Darkness also applies the Curse of the Unknown effect, which is we can't see our health. But in any case, this doesn't seem like too bad of a challenge run. We just have to not see very well, which usually isn't that much of a detriment. Of course, we kind of made it into a harder challenge run by taking Cursed Eye. It's a bit of a damage upgrade when you can charge your shots. You know, against Larry Jr., this works really nicely. Against something like Peep, you know, bosses, this would work really nicely. Against, if we're fighting a bunch of flies, this doesn't really help us all that much. So, you know, this could hurt us, this could help us, but I think it would be fun to take, so that's why I took it. So, what are we looking for? Okay. I need to be very careful about charging. If I'm going to get hit, I need to stop charging. Or else I will teleport whenever I get hit with Cursed Eye here. Magic Mushroom right off the bat is a really good item to get. All stats up. I think we technically have 4 heart containers right now. Yeah, we only have 2 items, Magic Mush and Cursed Eye, so I'm assuming that we have 4 heart containers, because I think we started as Isaac. At least it looked like we did. So we're just going to finish off the rest of this floor and then head down. And I am shooting the poop. I want to see if I can get petrified poop, extra money. A spirit heart would be nice, so that on the next floor I have a good chance at a deal with the devil. And otherwise, yeah, we're just going to try to knock out these challenge runs. There's a bomb, or a tinted rock here, so I'm going to use a bomb. And I will open that for a key and pick up Bob's Rotten Head, which is it's a pretty okay item. We can try to use it several times per floor to either deal a lot of damage or look for a secret room. In this case, I'm just going to toss it right up here, pick up a key. Maybe I should have used I should have used the bomb and looked for a secret room, because I'm just going to use a bomb here and look for the secret room right here. So that was a little bit of a waste on my part, but hey, we got the charge back, so... Excuse me, so we didn't actually lose all that much. And with that, we're going to leave to the basement part 2. So one other thing about the challenge runs here, and I guess I'll take a quick look for tinted rocks. They're kind of hard to see in this darkness. And you know what, with the battery there, I would be remiss if I did not at least try to find the second secret room. Alright. Well, we can say we at least attempted due diligence in looking for it. Yeah, but otherwise, for these challenge runs, we don't unlock anything from doing them except for the specific item related to the challenge run. And in this case, it looks like we only have to get to Mom's foot fight, and then we can mark this challenge as completed. Some challenges you do have to go farther than that, but this one, it does not appear to be the case. So we have Bob's Rotten Head. I need to remember to use it whenever possible. And I also need to just constantly remind myself that I have charged shot, charged shots with Cursed Eye here. Because this could be a terrible item, or it could be an okay item. What charge shots does, I should say, is you have to charge your shots before you can fire it, sort of like chocolate milk, except while you are charging the shots, if you get hit, you will teleport to a random room. So you could be on a boss fight, you could be doing really well, and then all of a sudden you teleport because you got hit while charging, and you have to do the entire fight all over again. So it could be a very dangerous item, but as long as you are aware of how you're using it, I think you're okay for the most part. Now I will go ahead and use a key, and for Goat Head, that is a fantastic item. We're going to get all of the deals with the devil without having to worry about taking red heart damage. So in that case, I am actually going to go to the curse room before I fight this boss, so that if I exchange all of my red heart containers away, I just don't die walking in here. Because I want to see what we get in here. We did in fact get 2 spirit hearts, which is nice. That means I can in fact take deals with the devil and not die. It looks like we also have Curse of the Maze. We have a lot of curses happening here. I wonder if this is normal or if this is just something that is random. We randomly got Curse of the Maze, and it combined with the curses that we already had. So we're gonna take out these little walkers here first and use Bob's Rotten Head. Poison damage does not seem to last as long as it did in Wrath of the Lamb, but that is okay. It's still a pretty good item. I like it. The ability to use a bomb for any purpose every 3 rooms is pretty decent. It's maybe not as good as Mr. Boom, but you can throw it, which I guess kind of makes up for it. 1 heart for Fear Shot. I think that is an okay trade. And I am going to be looking to get rid of these heart containers as soon as I can. Not really much point in keeping them around. No, let's use the head here. I guess I'll go up and use it so I can have a straight shot. Maybe get into the boss gauntlet room for free, but that was not the case. Easy wrath fight though, and we'll pick up not quite enough money to go to the shop. But can we in fact find the secret room? It looks like it could be in one of 3 locations, because it's not in that location that we thought it was in. So yeah, I think that's it for this floor. There's actually no shop, which is something I was not expecting. Normally in these challenge runs, you don't have treasure rooms, but in this one, do we just not have shops? That could be quite interesting, if that is indeed the case. But we're done with this floor. Moving on to Caves Part 1. Or Catacombs Part 1, that works too. And we're not really looking to have the most powerful run possible in these challenge runs. We're just kind of looking to get through them, because you unlock either regular items like pickup items, or you unlock one-time only items like different card effects, basically, by completing these challenge runs. And so we just want to get them unlocked so that we can sort of move on to our normal runs, so that we can use all the effects, you know. We want to get everything unlocked so that when we play through our normal games, we can actually find all the items and get 100%. These guys more annoying than anything else. I guess I should be using the Bob's Head item, but I kind of want to just save it and see if I can't find a secret room with it. I think that is a little bit more useful. Okay, so interestingly from that pill, we were able to tell exactly how many red heart containers we have. We have 3. Because I used the pill, that would set our red health to 1, and then I picked up 2 full red hearts. So that means we have 3 red heart containers. That's very good to sort of have, you know, 100%. Yeah, I was charging, which is why I teleported there. That's good to know 100%, because now if we have more deals with the devil, we can say exactly how much health we have. We have exactly 3. And as long as we just sort of keep that in mind when we find a deal with the devil at the end of this floor, which we will have thanks to the goat head, we'll know exactly how much health we can trade away. I'm not sure if we still have that spirit heart. Hermit. This will tell us for sure whether or not we have a shop. Alright, we don't. It's good to know. I guess. I would, because normally in these challenge runs, you don't have treasure rooms, but you have shops. You can still buy items. I'm wondering if maybe the reason why there's no shop is because then you could just purchase a black candle, and then that will make all of these curses moot. It will get rid of all the curses. I would imagine, though, that if that was the case, they would just program out the black candle. So I'm not sure if that's the case. Maybe this is just part of the challenge, is that you just can't go to shops for some reason. No map, no compass, no blue map, no black candle. But in any case, this should be a pretty okay challenge. This is just your standard Gertie fight. Everything here just seems pretty standard. You know, there's not really any conditions other than just win. Which is the easiest kind of challenge, but also kind of the most boring. So I guess it's good that we're getting this one out of the way first. But there is our deal with the devil, somewhere in this darkened room. And we are going to fight Krampus. Honestly, anything that he can give us would be good here. Krampus's head has the same charge time as the Bob's Rotten Head, and we have 7 bombs already, so I'm not too terribly worried about necessarily giving up Bob's Rotten Head for Krampus's head. I think it's just a better item in general, and we don't need bombs right now, so I am okay with this. Let's just see if we can't find the secret room. Yeah, I'm not going to min-max this run too much and try to like look for the exact placement of the bomb necessary to find it. I'm just going to just play this run. This is going to be a nice casual run, get myself back into the spirit of Isaac for today. And, you know, I will try to bomb my way over to this golden chest. Golden chest can still pay out with anything, I think. And that did give us a chance to find a secret room. It probably was not worth it because we just got our bomb back, but we still lost a key on the deal. And I can't fly over to those 2 keys, so we're just gonna leave. Goat head, fear shot, Krampus's head. This is looking to be a pretty decent run. I would like to have had this run, you know, as a normal run because we are pretty strong. I'm just gonna use Krampus's head because those guys are annoying. Paralysis, a pretty useless pill. It'd be more interesting if it actually did more to your run, but as is, it kind of just doesn't do anything. I will go to the curse room. There's no reason not to. Now, I know that some people don't think you can do this, but you can, in fact, diagonally walk through the fires and not actually take damage. You don't necessarily need to put a bomb there. It's not the easiest thing to do, and if there's spiders or bombs in the chest, you can maybe get hit, but you can just diagonally walk through the fires. There's no reason technically to blow them up, except that you have a good chance of getting spirit hearts, and 4 blue fires for 1 bomb is actually a pretty good deal. So we do in fact have a double locked room here. We could use 2 keys and go in there, but I don't think that is something I'm going to want to do. Like, what would we do? We would re-roll our run here. We would use a 1 or a 6. Oh man, I am not taking soy milk. That would be awful. With charge shots, you know, the whole point of charge shots is that you have single high damage bursts, and soy milk would just completely and utterly ruin that. So, I'm sorry, soy milk, but you are banned from this run. But yeah, what would we do with a 1 or a 6 room? We would re-roll our run, and would that necessarily be the most entertaining, fun thing to do here? I don't think so. You know, this run is interesting. It's not like we're in a tough position right now, because we're not. We're just kind of playing through as we normally would. Okay, we have 3 red heart containers, so let's go ahead and pick up these guys. Yeah, sure. The ceremonial robes are going to give us 3 additional black hearts, so we should be able to survive more hits than we would if we just had the red hearts. And there's no real reason to keep the red hearts around, except that we might trade them for deals with the devil later. But ceremonial robe, I like it. It makes you look cool, and also the 3 black hearts are pretty useful. I don't really see any tinted rocks, but we only have 1 red heart container now, so we can go to this mob gauntlet room here. Now, I could teleport out, but I'm just going to fight, because this looks like a not terribly difficult room. We just have to make sure we shoot not when Mega Fatty here is jumping. And if we do get hit once, we may in fact teleport out on our own accord because of the cursed eye. So even if we get hit once, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, Mega Maw here. Now, it looks like we actually do have a pretty high rate of fire, and I need to internalize that. We did pick up Skinny Odd Mushrooms, so our rate of fire is not terrible. It's hard to tell exactly when the best length of time to charge the shot is for. A long period of time or a short period of time, but it seems to do okay with what, you know, however fast I basically press the trigger down. Well, press the key down anyways. Counterfeit Penny doesn't really do much for us when we have no shops, but maybe we will come across a judgment later on. You know, nothing is excluding our chances of finding a surprise black market, so we might find a bunch of judgments in there. For all we know, there was a judgment inside of that double locked room there, but we will never know because we are not going in there. And we are already on the Depths Part 1. We don't need to worry about the clock, because even if we did the boss rush mode, it wouldn't really count for anything. There's no real reason to do it. Especially if the run is just going to end in a floor anyways. If we're not going any further than the mom's foot fight, then why do we need to fight all of the bosses in the game? Bonies, easy, just gotta keep running past them. And in fact, I might even just, on the next floor, find the item room and then just use the Emperor card, fight the boss, and finish off this first challenge run. Yeah, this first challenge run is more... Nah, I'm not going to fight there. More annoying than anything else, but it is a good first run just to kind of get yourself in the mood. The only complaint I possibly have for it is that it is a bit dark, but I guess that's the point. Although we seem to just be having to worry more about the maze factor, the random teleporting around, and the not being able to see your health. Those are the biggest worries about this run, but even then, it's not that bad. So Adversary, I should have definitely had Krampus's head charged up before I went in here. But hopefully we will be fine on this fight. We just have to keep moving. That's really the thing about the Adversary here. Just keep moving. Don't stand to the left, to the right, above him, or below him for too long. Because if you do stay in one quadrant of him, around him, he will just shoot you with the Brimstone shot. But if you keep moving around, you have a good chance of avoiding it. Because it does kind of home in on you a little bit. Now this is especially important for us because we have the Cursed Eye, and we will just teleport if we get hit while charging. So Experimental Treatment, I kind of always like taking this item. Gives us some random stat upgrades. And we did take... I think we did take Guppy's head earlier. So I could take Guppy's hairball and try to become Guppy, but I don't think that's necessarily the best thing to do. Since both of those deals were for only Spirit Hearts, it looks like we do in fact only have Spirit Hearts right now. I don't know if that was an effect of maybe Experimental Treatment sort of acting as an HP down, but some other stats up. Maybe damage, maybe tears, maybe rate of fire, maybe range, whatever. Or maybe we just did not have as much health as I thought we had. But in any case, we have no idea how many Spirit Hearts we have, unless someone has been keeping track while watching the video. So I'm going to be careful if I can. We're going to look for the item room, and then we're just going to get out of this floor. Our speed is pretty good. I wonder if we did in fact get a speed upgrade. Purple heart? Sure. This guy should be pretty easy. There should be another one on the other side of the level here. Another one of these floating skulls. There he is. Pretty easy. This pill, 48-hour energy, which is pretty good for Krampus's head. We can just at least make sure that we have a full charge when we leave the floor. Smart Fly, Revenge Fly, is a pretty good item. I like it. Whenever we get hit, we're going to have this fly come out and do some serious damage to all of the enemies. And it has some really great AI. It's not, you know, it's not as bad as, say, a cube of meat or a dead bird. You know, it actually has decent AI, and it's going to track anything on the level and kill it. It's a really good item. It's one of those items that there are a lot of items in Isaac that reward you for getting hit. You know, like dead bird. There's all of the rage items. There is no secret room here because there is a gap on the floor. But Smart Fly is the best one. It really is. I suppose you could make an argument that maybe one of the health up. That's nice. I suppose you could make the argument that one of the like fanny pack gimp old bandages might be one of the better on hit. It helps you items you can get, but Smart Fly is very offensively minded. Those ones are more defensively minded, so it's a bit of a trade-off. That's for sure. All right, I'm not really seeing any tinted rocks, but I think we will blow up these skulls. see if we can get any good tarot cards. The Chariot is okay. We're not going to take it with us, I think. We could play Wheel of Fortune for a second. We have nothing else to do with our money. We can't donate it. Tears Up, I guess that might mean that our Cursed Eye Shot charges a little bit more quickly. And it does seem to be charging pretty quickly. We usually get 2 or 3 tears out of it whenever it does fire. Yep, Hematemesis does confirm that we only have a single red heart container. And I'm not going to take either of those. This is going to be the last floor anyways, as long as there is no continuation after the Mom's Foot fight. And then we will just continue on with more challenges. Yeah. Usually in this room there would be a donation machine up here in the corner, but there is not, because we cannot donate. That's definitely not, you know, the complete reason why there's no shops, because as you saw there, they could just remove the donation machines. So if they could remove the donation machines, maybe they could have also removed things like map and compass. But maybe with the exclusion of map, blue map, compass, black candle, there just wouldn't be a lot of use in having a shop. They would all have the same items most of the time. So maybe that's why there is no shop. Just because of all the items that are left, they would all be the same in everybody's run. You know, you would almost certainly get BFF. And, whoops. My finger slipped. So we're gonna fight Mom. It's Red Mom. Which is okay. Infamy, I guess, is fine. And I guess as long as I... Yeah, thank you, Infamy, for blocking that shot. As long as I'm just careful about dodging the foot, we should be fine here. I'm not expecting this fight to be terribly difficult, and if we get hit, we'll just teleport out, finish the rest of the floor, pick up the item room item, then come back here. Hopefully with enough health to win, because we haven't been getting a lot of health on this run, but it doesn't matter, because that's it. I could take one of these, but there's not really any point. Sure, I'll take the pact, why not? And with this trophy here, this ends the challenge run. And we unlock the Rune of Hagaz. So runes are some of the things that you can unlock via the challenge runs. Runes act just like cards, and they all have unique effects. So now that we've unlocked a rune, we can find it in our normal runs. So that was Pitch Black, and next I will do Highbrow. Now all of these challenge runs are in fact themed. Some are more difficult than others, but I will try to go through all of these one at a time until they are all complete, and you know, intersperse these with normal runs probably. And with all that being said, that is the end of this run, and I will see you for the next run. Goodbye.